Whoa! Just in time for another holy shit.
Just in time. I was just about to say, gonna write this down, depending on how long it takes for speed. But Dylan coming in with the $50.
Dylan, straight after his game, comes in with the $50 donation. What a legend. Thank you so much, man. And I'm ready if you are.
Yes, I'm ready to go. Just high-level predictions here, ScrMz. Any Paco versus Eiko versus Sarge?
Well, I think Eiko is heavily favored here. He's expected to win the entire thing. He's seed number 1. And Sarge is actually a little bit on the bottom. But I have to say, Sarge did...
yeah, I watched the game against Shock, so let's see how he stacks up here.
And it is his map pick, actually, so let's start with him.
Got some good tracking already, Eiko there with the link gun. Who are you spectating, by the way? Yes.
Right now, I switch over to Eiko.
Alright, cool. Alright, then I want the same one.
And Eiko, actually, interesting enough, he doesn't go for that 100. He knows that he's too low to contest, so instead he wants to take this 50, deny this shock, and actually lands a nice LG. And that should even the stack.
And yeah, exactly. This is actually a good example, right? It's fine to lose up on 100, but you gotta equate it somehow, right? So he got the 50, he got the vials, he's got the shock. I feel like that's a fair trade, if not better, honestly, from a field belt perspective. Because Sarge doesn't. I don't think he has especially after that combo, you know, minor stack there. But Eiko definitely in the lead. Got that shock timing down. Small little battle. It looks like Sarge is ready to go for that 100. Maybe a little bit premature, but.
Yeah, now Eiko should be able to get this this belt, and if he can get it without taking too much damage, he should still be in time for this 50. And if he's not in time for this 50, he knows that shock is spawning directly after, so he can deny at least one of the two, and actually might get a kill here instead. Does switch over to the mini.
Nice little kill there.
Ooh,
good prediction combo on the shock on Sarge.
Yeah, Sarge also a little bit too predictable, I have to say. But nevertheless, he did get that shock and survived with it. Does eat an LG there. Nice hit there by Eiko, and hits another one. Actually, Shield jumps up just to get position on the 50 quicker. Deny this LG and keep this control going.
Yeah, Eiko definitely in full control here right now. He's got the timing ready. He kind of got that flow down, right? Like the walking around the map, grabbing all the guns, got the vials. So let's see here. The good old 50 battle. Let's see who's going to come out on top. I mean, Eiko obviously heavily favored here with the shot, getting a couple rockets onto Sarge, but also dealing quite some damage. A couple direct hits from Sarge with the shock there.
Yeah, and actually Eiko kind of misread the situation a little bit. He was looking at the HP down the minigun area, but Sarge was still on top, and that allowed Sarge to take that 50. And now also the shock, so it could be a turning point for Sarge. Let's see what he can do with it. Oh, but huge combo there.
Eiko. So yeah, now it's gonna be difficult for Sarge, right? Like, especially like if you get the additional kill here, right? Setting up for this 100, like Eiko got the shot, he's ready, he's pretty, you know, he's stacked up, especially now. Probably gonna get those vials, no? Okay, no vials.
I guess he just wants to keep the pressure up, because he knows that the 50 is still not taken, and if he can, you know, pressure his opponent off this 50, like he's doing now, then that's of course really nice better than taking the vials.
Yeah, this is really nice pressure from Eiko, really making sure he keeps map control, right? Shock just spawned, making sure denying this again. And actually tying in a nice kill here on Sarge as well. So he's really cementing in that control around the map right now, which translated into the game here, like 6-0 for Eiko right now.
Definitely, another pretty easy kill. Didn't take too much damage for that, and now lead's starting to become pretty big. 7 kills difference. This is of course the map pick of Sarge, so definitely not what you want to see. But what I did mention before, nice block there with the shield gun.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. You can definitely see Eiko is in tune here, just timing the rocket load up from Sarge nicely with the shield gun. Like the movement is smooth. You know, Eiko is definitely ready, locked and loaded to take, you know, potentially take the whole thing here.
Exactly, and another full combo, and finishes off with an LG. And instantly,
so what are the small things here? What are the small things here, ScrMz, that Sarge needs to do better? I mean, clearly Eiko is in control right now, but I do feel like he's giving a, just like now, maybe a couple too easy kills here, which could be detrimental, like in the end, for if it turns out to be a close game.
Well, I think Sarge is a little bit too predictable so far. Like this push, like it will only ever work if you have exact timing and you dodge exactly on top of it the moment it spawns, because otherwise it's gonna be again an easy kill for Eiko here. So I think what Sarge needs to do is be a little bit more mindful of what he's doing, and instead just think before he dodges, and try to pick up some weapons, perhaps work with some vials before, because Eiko has such huge control right now.
Exactly, yeah. Nice control, good stack. Look at where Sarge is right now. He's trying to. Looks like he's trying to set a trap with a bio. Unfortunately, that failed. Nice combo there from Eiko. You know, like especially those vertical angles are typically hard to hit, right? So nice shot there.
Yeah,
from,
definitely, definitely. And see, exact timing by Eiko. Every movement is efficient. Except for that one.
I guess,
yeah. Okay, but now again has position on this 50 area and already hits the first LG, and does look like it's going to be very hard for Sarge to get back, to get a footing in this match.
At this point, there's not a whole lot that Sarge can do differently. It's just the sheer control that Eiko has right now. It's just really tough to break, because you know he's doing everything. He's doing everything right. He's got the spot. Look at that. He's got the spawns ready.
And a double kill, and even tries to go for the triple there.
He's got the double kill, putting the dominating on the board here. Yeah, there's not just a whole lot that Sarge can do differently. Like I said, Eiko he's like 100% locked and loaded right now. He's ready to go.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we do see another.
Long life for UT2004 and crypto.
Another donation. Ripman, long life UT2004 and crypto. Thank you very much, man, for that donation. Brings the total to 800 exactly. Wow, that's just incredible. Incredible, guys. Well done.
I mean, I think we all knew the 2K4 community was awesome. But you know, after such a long time, so many years, I love to see it.
Definitely agree. And I hope it's all.
Pretty, oh, go ahead.
I hope it's all entertaining for you guys. It is indeed, like you said, it was a bit last minute, but I think we got a good schedule going, and you know, not too much downtime. Maybe could have been a little bit more downtime, but you know, then we couldn't add loser brackets. So yeah, it's definitely a big help that but as I say that, almost a really sick air rocket by Sarge, but nice combo from Eiko. But as I was saying, it's actually a really big help that we have these guest appearances, such as yourself casting, and actually you do a fantastic job at it. You really you have a knack for it. So that's really cool. And of course, Succubus before. We should also have Memphis at one point, if he's still around. And also Dusik was planning to join. So yeah, that's very cool also. And again, thank you to Volts, because he's the one adminning this entire thing and making sure it's all running smoothly, which it is so far. Very well planned. And that's all thanks to you know, having a good admin. So thank you, Volts. And of course also the moderators in chat. Thank you all for Sati, Volts also, and yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Of course, most importantly, the viewers. Like, we are actually at 100 viewers right now, which is just ridiculous for an 18-year-old game.
Feeling the love. It's for sure. Yeah, really impressive here. And everyone chiming in. That's the reason why I was wondering, like, hey, hope Paul's family will be able to see this, right? Like, I think some people in the chat also mentioned this. Like, look at this, wow, like putting a godlike on the screen. But I think, you know, really hope the family gets to see it, because, you know, we can all agree Paul is loved, and it's just amazing that everyone, right? Everyone has a role in this, whether it's you, right, setting this up as a team, the viewers dialing in, making a lot of fun, right? Because without the viewers, we can sit here and talk about a fun game, but you know, so it's awesome. Everyone doing their part, coming together.
Exactly. So. Everyone has a role. And
so briefly going back here, I think you mentioned Sarge. This is Sarge's map, right? So I mean, if Eiko is putting up godlike for Sarge's map, I'm curious to see. What did he pick? Ranking or?
Eiko picked campgrounds.
Oh, okay, campgrounds. All right, interesting. So we got both. We got, maybe this is maybe someone needs to confirm in the chat, but maybe this is a French thing then. Both Zelfs and Eiko picking campgrounds. Is there something that we don't know, or?
I think they just wanna play something different, perhaps. I mean, as you said earlier, it's nice to have something fresh, something new. And finally, we have Sarge on the board.
Sarge on the board.
Can we get all some hearts in chat for Sarge? He's finally on the board, guys. Yeah. Show some support.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing, exactly. Like that's the thing. Especially, you know, with the Eiko putting these numbers on the board here, it's hard to stay focused, right? It's hard to not get frustrated. You know, we're all human, so shout out to Sarge here, pushing through. You know, playing serious, trying to get the kill. So you know, shout out to him for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's not easy to stay focused when you're down so much. But you know, everyone. Oh, actually, kind of unlucky there. Got hit just as he was trying to shield jump out. But yeah, huge respect for everyone just playing out their matches and not saying GG. Like they, you know, they can do it, but they choose not to, which is very admirable for sure. So yeah.
Well, this is kind of what I was talking about, like, hey, who's still playing, like, who's still dialed in, or, I mean, you said, like, the community's not that active. I mean, obviously, some players, to your point, you know, it takes a week or so to warm back up, and others maybe a day. I don't know which camp Eiko sits in, but just kind of checking his stats here. Sniper, 32%, you know, quite a bunch of shots, that's solid shot percentage. Flag. Like,
well, some of the people in the tournament, they play, for instance, UT4, and Eiko is also a top player in UT4, so a lot of those skills do transfer over, of course. And yeah, I mean, it's just, duel is just something that you can't really unlearn, right? Like if you already have a big edge over your opponent, even if you aim very poorly on a given day, you should still be able to win quite convincingly. And I'm not saying that he has an off aim day, because obviously he doesn't. He's hitting absolutely everything. But
the combos, the primaries, it's all, and as you can see here as well, I mean, to your point, it's like riding a bicycle. So he knows the spawn points, he knows where to pre-fire, get the shot combos going, so.
Yeah, and then Emma Truck again with the $5 donation for the Sarge comeback again. Timing
it, like, timing it, yes.
Timing it the 1 minute left, just like last donation.
No, and I agree. Awesome shout out here. There's nothing personal towards Sarge, not to make fun of him. Like we said, it's awesome. He keeps going. He's still playing seriously right now, trying to rake up the kills. So I agree. Let's quick shout out here to the Sarge, and hopefully he can maybe also surprise us on campgrounds, right? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I think you have a lot more room to play campgrounds. Like the map is bigger. You know, it's. I would be surprised if we see a score this big in campgrounds. That's for sure. So maybe that will do him a favor. You know, if he gets to breathe a little bit more, maybe we see him shine a little bit more also.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter who's playing. Oh, nice little air bio there.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter who's playing, but it's been a while that I've seen a 40 score on the boards here on Refinery. So Eiko definitely dialed in, ready to go to get it. Good game, guys. Sarge clearly identifying the pain point here with the shock rifle, hitting all the shots, the combos.
Definitely. All right, let's check the chat real quick. If I missed anything, lots of YARRs. That's what I want to see. Man, I'm starting to see a lot of subs now in chat. That's crazy.
And we did, 108, right? We got 108 folks dialing in here, so that's awesome.
Sacrifice map from a track at loser bracket final.
Sacrifice map for a track at loser bracket final. Thank you again, Malar, for the $10. You're a legend, man. Why would I quit? ScrMz was close, wasn't it? All right, I guess we're ready, right?
Yes, we're ready to go.
Check your PM. Okay, I'll check it real quick. Let's see. I'll get back to you on that one after this game, if that's okay, Matruck, because it really depends on what time we end this round. But that said, let's actually start with Eiko. It's his map pick. He does get the LG spawn here. But yeah, I want to cast everyone, but the problem is that I don't want the tournament to end at 1 AM, you know what I mean? Like, people have to work and I can't really do that. So I would want to cast your game, but it's only possible if we have enough time for it. Wow, actually shield kill there by Eiko. Shield jump towards the 100 area and boom.
Eiko definitely feeling comfortable. Definitely feeling comfortable. I will say, Sarge coming in with the first kill, getting that shock. Who are you looking at right now? Who are you expecting?
I'm on Eiko right now.
All right, okay. Yeah, just double checking because I'm not looking at the stream at the moment. So it looks like Eiko setting up for this 50.
I generally follow the person that killed, got the last kill.
All right. So not the preferred setup here with Rocket against Shock, but let's see. Interesting, like with the nades from Sarge to kind of hopefully hit him. He's kind of cornered in here, or did Sarge manage to leave? Oh yeah, he did manage to leave the minigun area. Eiko set up nicely for the 100, so let's see what they're gonna do here on the 50. Let's see if they can get the Sarge is waiting upstairs, trying to bait each other out. Looks like Eiko just continue to stack up here, 50 with the valves, trying to get that shock here. Sarge in problem.
Ooh, and did you see what Sarge tried to do there? He tried to actually shield jump and while getting out, pick up the shock rifle, but it actually, he got stuck on the wall there. It would have been a really nice move to get that shock rifle, because Eiko has been really on point with that, denying that weapon.
Absolutely. Well, and like we saw in Refinery there, clearly a preferred weapon for Eiko, but most likely a preferred weapon for many players in this game. Let's see, nice little air rocket maybe. Nice, there we go. And stealing the 100. Good option maybe for Eiko, fairly low here, 73 high health. Good moment for Sarge to, let's see, what is his stack? Yeah, he's got a higher stack, but low on health, so unable to pressure here and get that point. Eiko stacking up on that 50, and we're pretty much equal here from a stacking perspective.
And I actually did get some a message from Kathleen that she did watch a bit earlier, and she sent me a picture of Willy watching also. I'll show you guys later after this game.
That's awesome.
Also read her message. But for now, let's check what happens here with Eiko versus Sarge. Definitely a better start here for Sarge.
It is. It is definitely a better start here. I feel like, I mean, the control is up in the air right now. I mean, obviously Eiko getting that 100 now. I feel like that was uncontested by Sarge. Ooh, Eiko with the headshot there. So Sarge has to back up here. Cannot deny the shock from Eiko.
Wow!
Nice.
Little shield jump up. Hits the LG. Oh, and another sub. Thank you guys. Leptis. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that.
Oh wow, that blob of bio was so close. But Eiko, you know, continuing his domination, if you will, here on this map. I mean, you can tell from the movement he feels comfortable. This goes back to when we were talking about, you know, Bug and Dylan. He's got this stack. Like he's continuously pressuring. He feels comfortable. So let's see, Sarge, good pushback there with the combo. Let's see if he can do some damage output here against Eiko. Eiko picking up that 100 shield belt, Stark stacking up on the, and Eiko's got the flow down now with the belt. He's got the 50, so at this point, you know, probably Sarge has to back off a little bit, maybe stack on vials, hoping to get maybe the LG shot in or something, but certainly not ready to pressure Eiko at this point. Clearly in control.
Yeah, Eiko is still sitting very pretty with his stack. Nice combo there, but actually it's a massive combo from Sarge, and Sarge start to connect two primaries in a row. Does survive with just 19 HP, but if he can get some health back up, then he should be able to contest this this belt. But now giving up that shock might actually be a bit of a mistake. Did hit a nice combo there though. Let's see if he can still make it up there in time. Instead, it looks like he just wants to keep this position, try to do a little bit of damage. He should still spawn at the 50, and he does. So, at least he got that one. And tries to shield jump out here.
Spawn. Yeah, unfortunate spawn here for Sarge. Spawning close by Eiko. Kind of like locked in here. Eiko picking up that shock, denying it from Sarge. Clearly Sarge in trouble now, right? Because he's locked in this area. He's unable to, and again, as you can see here, Eiko getting that LG. So no long-range weapons for Sarge, which will be very difficult for him now to contest this next 100.
Yeah, but that said, they are even in stack. Like, the only thing difference them is the 50 shield. And Sarge is already in position for this 100, so he might actually be able to get it. But actually, nice movement there by Eiko.
Yeah.
Does not mess up that jump, and does allow him to pick up that shield belt, and now he's back in full control.
Sarge getting the shock here, and again, I know we keep referring to that. I mean, it's such a versatile weapon in 2K4, so it's good to grab that, because without it, you know, it's hard to get that combat. Fortunately, not managing to rake up a couple primaries here from a shock perspective. Trying to contest for the 50. Let's see if he can get a couple of primary flags onto Eiko. There we go, that's one. Doing some minor damage there. I mean, the Eiko stack was just absolutely massive. Still 64, and the headshot coming in from Eiko. Let's see how we're doing on score. 9-2. Yeah, okay, so Eiko obviously kind of like starting to run away here. Building up a bigger gap for Sarge to combat, but not really sure what Sarge can do differently here, honestly. I mean, he's That's probably not the best call here to go aggressive, but obviously understand there might be some frustration there as well. Eco picking up that 100. Sarge clearly having to draw a new game plan here. They can contest here the 50 from Eco. Wow, nice LG coming in from Eco directly onto Sarge. Couple nice rockets though, on directly to the face. Unfortunately, the stack from Eco just being too big for Sarge to really be able to do anything. So yeah, let's see. Nice movement there. Eco trying to get there with the bio shot. And again, this goes back to confidence, right? Feeling good. Nice little flick shot there.
Yeah, and Eiko just, as soon as he finds some control, and he just managed to, you know, keep that control for so long. And we see it here again. He, you know, the game was pretty even in the beginning, but the moment he just gets that control, he doesn't let it go, and he hits everything. So it's a deadly combination.
Good prediction there from Sarge. Unfortunately, Eiko also knowing where Sarge was at. I think at this point in time, like I think, especially if now the Eiko is raking up that rampage, it's hard to, your point, it's hard to break this control, especially, you know, the moment you spawn, you get an LG on you, right? So I think what Sarge needs to do, he needs to try to slow down the game. Maybe like good, you know, put in a surprise bio something, right? At least he does stack up on that 100, so. Couple good rockets coming in here from Sarge, but unfortunately, shock rifle besting.
Yeah, you can see that it's just too hard for Sarge to come back, and now he's kind of forced to take these aggressive plays to try and make something happen. You might as well. I mean, there's 5 minutes remaining. Perhaps there's a tiny chance where you can still make the comeback. But Eiko is having none of it and just continues stringing kill after kill after kill, and here almost gets a double kill actually. And this just shows, you know, the experience of Eiko, and also that the seeding was perhaps pretty on point.
Yeah, no, exactly. I guess well done, ScrMz on the seeding party. I mean, like I said, we're doing the refinery game. I mean, Eiko definitely coming in here to win this thing. So curious to see how who he's going to be matched up with in this next round, because this is going to be. I mean, I think we can call the fact that this is going to be Eiko's map as well, with a clean 2-0 victory.
Definitely will be. And we do get around 100 viewers now since the last hour or so. It's
yeah, might be our friends in the US waking up. You know, who knows what they did last night on Saturday night, right? Maybe waking up and dialing in. So I'd love to see the US folks potentially dialing in as well. So
I did see Toxic Shade earlier. So we have some Americans in chat already. And if you guys just tuned in, guys, welcome. This is round 3. Round 2 of the YARR 1v1 fundraiser event, and the goal is to raise money for the family of Paul Garrity that did sadly pass away last month. And we are just trying to raise some money to make this this loss a little bit easier for them, even if just by a tiny bit. And so far we are doing absolutely fantastic, like exceeding the expectations. Well, safe to say 3 times for me. I did not expect this support or anything close to it. So it's incredible, and we all have you guys to thank for that. And yeah, Eiko, the player on your screen right now, is expected to win the whole thing. I mean, that doesn't mean he will not have any competition. There definitely will be plenty of competition. It just means that he's the seed number 1. And that's why we see perhaps a little bit of a big gap in score here, because Sarge is one of the lower seedings, but Sarge managed to, you know, beat his opponent in round 1, playing absolutely fantastic actually. And
Yeah, I agree.
it's too bad he couldn't find his footing here, but it's just so hard when your opponent is, you know, reading you and hits everything. I mean, it's difficult.
And so who do we got lined up after this one, ScrMz? Because then I think this we got the one last game for the second round, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Do have let's see, real quick. We do have Frantic versus Zill next.
Oh, okay.
But,
all right, so in that case,
we might. Oh, I did alt top, and now my screen froze and I crashed. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I'll get back into the game really quickly. How does the seed stuff work? It's well, it's based on previous performances and historical placements in tournaments. So that's how the seedings are factored in. And
right, so,
it has a difference on the bracket. So if you're a high seed, then you get an easier opponent in the beginning. And if you're a lower seed, then unfortunately you're on the other side of it. But this is to avoid, you know, the top two players from facing each other in round 1, because that would be a disaster if they both get out in round 1. So we're trying to keep it competitive, even though it's a fun event. It's still, you know, the players can still win some nice amount of money, especially with this support. So, of course, 20% of the donations do go to form an eventual prize pool. And once we are down to like the top 3 players, I will reveal the percentages. All right, so we do see a godlike here with Eiko. It's just showing extreme
is
skill
absolutely
here.
on fire. Absolutely on fire. Definitely a big statement from Eiko to get to claim that #1 spot for the tournament here. So next up, you said Frantic Zill, and that's the final one for round 2, right?
Yeah, we'll have to confirm with the admin to see if they are ready, and if they are not ready, then we might go to watch Matrak versus. Let's see.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick piss. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. I see. So Matrak, you only face the loser of Frantic versus Zill. So I really don't think it's possible to cast that one, because then we will finish very late. So I'm sorry about that, but it's probably not gonna be able to do. I'm probably not gonna be able to do that, because we have, you know, still these games to cast, then the semifinals, then the loser break finals, and then the finals. So we still have so many games to cover here, and I don't want to end later than 12. Actually, 12 is already a bit late. We prefer to finish at 11.